Good morning, my dears. Happy vlog day. Wednesday for me, actually, because yesterday on Tuesday, the teen was home sick, but he is now on his way to school because, baby, ain't no sickness lasting that long. Plus, he need to stop walking out this goddamn house without a damn coat on, okay? But anywho's, now that I got my life together and I make sure my eyebrows don't look a fucking mess, let's talk. This week, we're going to talk about mothers because Mother's Day just passed. Before I kind of give just like my journey with Mother's Day and motherhood and all of that shit, I want to talk really quickly about something that I'm currently working on that I kind of just want to talk about outside of my head. And it's funny because it's actually tied to my mother, so it's all in the same conversation. My mother gave me the biggest blessing and curse, I will say, ever. The kind heart that I got from my mother, the ability to be agreeable and be gracious and give grace is so beautiful. It is so beautiful that I don't allow a negative situation to affect me negatively to the point where I can't move on with my day if something negative happens. However, the curse of it is I'm realizing that, like, people think I'm soft. And they're not wrong. Technically, I am soft. I'm a punk. And my pride is like, I don't want to be a punk. So now there's a part of me that wants to be an evil, angry, not even angry, just snappy bitch to prove that I'm not a pushover. And the reason that I'm speaking it out loud is because I have to tell myself, you don't need to be less than what you are. And I believe that being snappy in that way is less than what I am, to have strong boundaries. You can be just as kind as you always are, but you need to have a stronger boundary. Yesterday, I hung out with a friend of mine and my partner, and I was supposed to go get my nails done. My friend says, from a place of love and completely jokingly, she didn't do anything wrong. She was going to call me before I went to get my nails done to give me a pep talk. To remind me not to be so agreeable and let the lady do anything to my nails. And that just hurt my feelings. Not because of what she said, but because of what I observed about myself. And I realized that, like, people are going to start treating me like everybody treats my mother. My mother gets treated like a precious jewel. Please don't say anything to her. Please don't do anything around her because she's so sweet and she's so nice and she's not gonna tell you off. I literally be like, I'm gonna cuss them out for you, Ma. And I realized, like, I'm super strong for her, but I'm not being as strong in my own life, to the point that people feel like they need to speak up for me or even speak to me to remind me to speak up for myself. I don't like that. I think there's nothing wrong with being being a good person, and I don't think there's anything wrong with the kind of person that my mother is. And I love that I have those attributes in me. However, it is my personal goal to find a hefty and healthy middle ground between what I feel like is the pushover kind of territory I'm headed to and the evil, angry bitch that my brain wants to go to because I feel threatened. You know what I mean? Like, I feel threatened by the fact that people think that they can do anything to me and other people can do anything to me, that I'll just allow anything. I don't like that. And so, moving forward, I got to start addressing shit. I got to stop telling myself, no, don't worry about that. Don't say that. No, say something. Say something. When somebody got me fucked up, say something. Because I be damned if I be one of those people that's like, having a good heart. I hate having a good heart. I'm not finna be that kind of person. But I'm also not finna be one of these villains in this fucking world that's mistreating people because I had a good heart and somebody played with my good heart. Neither of those things are going to be true about me. Neither of those things are going to be true about me. And I'm going to find a middle ground. I want to be a sweet, kind person that, oh shit, I can't play with her. That's what I even said to my friend. I was like, no, girl. And I feel you. You know, thank you. Thank you for even wanting to offer the pep talk. I told her, I said, no, baby, I wasn't going to need no pep talk today. That's why when, oh girl, she was supposed to do my nails yesterday. When she started saying something going on with her studio, it's okay. I'm not coming. It's no more, okay, girl, just whatever you want, whatever happens, just call me. No, if it don't work, it don't work, and I'm done. I've also decided that my nails that I get for Juneteenth are going to be my last time going to get my nails done. And I'm done. I'm either going to buy press-ons or, I'm either going to buy press-ons or I'm just going to do a natural look. And I honestly want to lean more towards the natural look. I need to start using my money for what I truly want to use it for, which is really saving up so we can get a bigger space, get our own space. Pretty soon, both of these boys will be in this house, and it's already kind of tight with one here, and so having both, I know it's time for us to start getting more intentional about having money to the side and prepare for the next step, which is a home. But let's talk about Mother's Day. I just kind of wanted to talk through that really quickly for myself. Because I realized that, like, yesterday was supposed to be it was still a good day. Like, I don't think nobody had any issues. I'm beating down on myself because I'm an overthinker and an over-observer. When my partner told me what my friend said, it's the same friend we've been talking about. Her birthday just passed. We about to hang out with her, the same young lady, whatever. He told me that, like, he had talked to her, told her that I was getting my nails done yesterday or whatever. And she was like, yeah, she told him that she was going to call me. So he called me to let me know, like, you know, she going to probably call you before your nail appointment. Because, you know, I don't answer my phone. I don't do that. I don't do the calling shit. He was like, she gonna probably call you before your nail appointment. You know, she was joking, talking about she gonna make sure that you know that you get what you want. Don't let nobody else tell you not to get it. It all comes from a good place. Like, what they did came from a good place. But because it triggered me and made me realize that I need to get on my boundaries a little bit better, I feel like I was a little distant yesterday. Which is cool because we still also had a good time. We all still giggled and laughed and you know, she still felt I feel like she felt special because we came from a further distance, you know, in the middle of the week to spend time with her on her actual birthday. And we're going to hang out with her Friday and we're going to the concert Saturday. So it's going to be a really good time. However, I don't want to be the person in other people's lives that they feel that they need to protect. And it's funny because I also have to, like, give myself grace, and I'm going to do that right now because you are somebody's baby sister. You are a sweet person. You are not a pushover. However, it is easier for people to underserve you because you are agreeable. And don't look at it as a bad thing. And that's what I'm working through right now. I'm working through not looking at what happened and even the support that was offered to me as a bad thing. Because it hit my pride. It made me feel like I can't hold my own. But then I had to realize and remind myself, yes, you can. I'm doing that right now, actually. Because at first I didn't know. I didn't feel this way. I'm literally, y'all are watching me in real time. Oh, I'm gonna cry. Y'all are watching me in real time calm myself down. Mentally, since 3 a.m. today, I've been saying, people don't think I can stand on my 2 feet. But I also got to realize this young woman said that after being present and watching me check her friend, my man, for trying to basically accuse me of letting the windows down in the car while we smoking, and he did it. And he like, oh damn, I did do that, huh? So people know I can hold my own. So calm down, Reed. I know your pride is inflamed. There is nothing wrong with being like your mother. You just got to remember that your daddy live in there. Be more like Rick when you can. Because being like my mother, having the mentality of my mother is going to get me through this life. Because you can't let shit hold you down. Having the detachment and the strict boundaries and the slight selfishness of my father is what's going to keep me here longevity. I need both of my parents and their energy to navigate this life. And for a lot of my life, I've been leaning to my mother's energy because of the resentment that I have for my father. And I am choosing to, in this moment, strip myself of that. I don't resent my father because I need the elements of him that sometimes, no, that has hurt me. That has hurt me in the past. That has made me hate him in the past. Those very things I need. I need some selfishness. I need some, my issue is priority. Fuck your issue. I need some, no, that's not okay with me in my spirit. And so that's what I'm going to work on. But let's talk about motherhood. As at the beginning of this, I kind of spoke about my mother, right? My foundation is positivity, sweetness, kindness, agreeability, grace, graciousness. My mother is so good of a mother that she made me afraid to ever become one because I just knew I wasn't going to be as good of a mother as she is. A lot of people think that I don't want to have children because I just want to be out here partying and having sex because I'm everybody's wild friend. And a lot of that is probably true, but a big piece of me not wanting to be a mother really does come from the fear that I won't be able to do it as good as my mom. And then I experienced the trajectory with motherhood that I did, and it felt like something bigger than me saying, yeah, you don't deserve that. So let's talk about it. Trigger warning. I talk about miscarriage, terminating pregnancies, and self-harm in this video. If any of those things trigger you, please watch this video with a grain of salt, or take your time as you watch it, or pause the video if you're not in a place to hear about those things right now at all. And I appreciate your support thus far. I will also put that trigger warning in the description so that way we don't have no issues. I'm going to give people who are triggered a moment to get on up out of here. Thank you for joining. If you are still here, you recognize the trigger warning, you understand that you are okay. Let's get started. The first time that I was pregnant was in college. I got pregnant right before the semester that I went to Morocco. I terminated that pregnancy. I came home that summer and I got an abortion. I went with my mother. We went to the county in Chicago, like up north, almost on the west side. I got there at 6 a.m. We signed in. I sat in a room at first just full of young girls. And then when it's your turn, you go back with like 5 or 6 girls. You guys put on a you take off your clothes. I don't think I've ever told this story. You take off your clothes from the waist down and you put on a robe. And you sit on this bench. And each girl goes one after the other. You go into the back and they terminate your pregnancy. You finish, you come out, they give you your meds, you go home, you bleed for a little while, and then it's over with. I am not crying because I regret doing that. I am crying because feel like my choice to do that because I was about to study abroad and I had so much going on in my life that I wasn't ready. And sometimes I feel like that was my only shot to be a mom. A biological mom. Because I know somebody's watching this and they're like, you are a mom. It's not the same. It's not the same. And sometimes I feel cursed. So I got rid of that baby. And I went to Morocco because I was young and scared and I wanted to enjoy living in Africa and I had so much going for me. And being somebody's mom wasn't on that list. And so I did that. And then life continued. And I got older and I actually wanted to. I'm sorry. Okay, I'm back. I'm sorry, y'all. I got older and I actually wanted to be someone's mom. And then I had 3 consecutive miscarriages behind that. The most, of course, I think, recent, I'll say just most recent. I can't say the most painful one. I can't really pinpoint which of my miscarriages was the most painful. But I will say that the most recent one, obviously, was the one that I had in this current relationship with Gucci. I just remember feeling so useless. I remember feeling so useless. Because that is what women do. Women give life. Women have babies, and I don't. And I can't. And sometimes I feel like I don't and I can't because I chose not to accept the blessing that was given to me. I chose myself in Morocco and learning Arabic and teaching English and living in Africa. I chose that over that baby. And so I just feel like it was never my time. I'm sorry. Okay, pull it together. After that last miscarriage, I just said, fuck it, I don't want it. Which made being in this life with this person harder because when I was trying to have a baby early in the relationship, I was very close to my youngest stepson. After the miscarriage, I just started to distance myself from him and all children because it just hurt. It just hurt, you know? And so I just kept myself at a distance. But the only time that I would say something about my pain was Mother's Day. 5 years ago on Mother's Day, I did my usual. To any mother who has ever had a miscarriage, your motherhood is still valid. Boom, 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 boom. A former friend of mine took to the internet the day after Mother's Day to violently express her distaste in the fact that I celebrated Mother's Day the day before. Basically, she wrote a very long and violent status about how any old woman was celebrating Mother's Day yesterday. Because my partner and my family saw that I was particularly sad about my child loss. And they celebrated me a little extra that year. It's not even like she wasn't celebrated. She was thoroughly celebrated by the people that love her. And she still found it in her to shit on me and project onto me. To this day, I don't understand why she did that. But I have since forgiven her for it. After I experienced that with her, I just stopped talking about the feelings that I had about miscarriages and motherhood in general, because I felt like maybe she wasn't the only person in the world who felt like if you're going to say you don't want kids all year long, then you shouldn't cry on Mother's Day. But I'll say today what I couldn't say to her then, because I'm a pushover. That's why I was so triggered by what my friend said yesterday, because I don't want to be a pushover. I cry on Mother's Day because no matter what I do for these kids, I'm not their mom. Funny enough, my older stepson came in the house on Mother's Day. And my partner was like, did you wish Rika a happy Mother's Day? And he was like, no, she's a mom. And that shit, he didn't mean for it to hurt my feelings because he's just a teenager. He don't know. But that shit hurt my feelings. Because, like, do I not stop your dad from coming down on you hard? Do I not constantly take care of you? Do I not buy you everything that you need? Do I not clean behind you? Do I not make sure that you have the things that you need in life? No, that doesn't make me your mom. And yes, your mom passed away, so I could never begin to understand what you felt like, but it really hurt my feelings. Again, not because of what the other person did, but because of the realization of the situation that I could give my entire life to these children. And I've seen it happen on multiple TV shows. I watch step parents be super instrumental and super important until somebody get mad or until somebody feelings change into, you know what I mean? Like, as a mother figure, as a stepmother, as a bonus mom, eventually you get reminded. Eventually you get reminded that you're just Rika. You're just his father's wife. You're just their auntie. You're just the godmother. You're just a woman who knows what it feels like to be a part of the village. You will never be the mother. And that kind of hurts. Because you get what you want. And then you realize, damn, I can't really be mad at nobody else because I got what I want. My whole life I've said that I've been afraid of being a mother. So much so that the one time that I was blessed to be a mother, I got rid of it because I was scared. Scared money don't make no money. And so probably no baby for me ever. And that's okay. Like, I'm not crying because I want a baby. I'm crying because even though I don't want it and I'm okay with it, it still hurt. And that was why I was hurt that my friend couldn't understand that. That she decided to tell me that I was disrespecting her as a mother to be sad on Mother's Day. That I will never know what it feels like for somebody to say, that's my mama. And be thinking about me and talking about me. Because I guess in this world and in this life, you can't just be sad, right? But I'm taking that back. I have a right to be sad about this. And I want to affirm myself right now. You are not cursed, girl. And no, nobody's big head ass child has threatened to ruin this beautiful body or take out any more of your fucking teeth that you and your bad decisions haven't. But Rika, honey, you have given birth to ideas that most people couldn't even begin to fathom. You have walked into the lives of people and made it better just by existing, and you know you did because they have told you that. Just like you are doing with your friendships. Choose to see the good in what is being offered to you right now. What is being offered to you right now is actually a blessing. You are a mother to children and people who might have mothers but need a little extra motherly love. And being honest, my dear, you wouldn't be able to do that if you had your own child. And that doesn't mean that you don't get to cry because you don't have your own child, but I want to let you know that the part that you play in this body of life is so important that you don't have to feel less than because your journey doesn't look like other people's journey. And I hope that what I just said to myself wasn't just me affirming myself. I hope if you're watching this, that you felt affirmed. Because our journeys don't have to look like anybody else's. We just have to be realistic about what our journey is, and we have to find the good in it. And it doesn't look the same for everybody. Like, for instance, being real, we are soft. And if we were getting our nails done yesterday, that pep talk actually would have come in handy. And it's okay that out of pride yesterday, you not really lashed out at her, but you bucked up. There's nothing wrong with it. You didn't buck up in a negative way. You don't have to overanalyze the way you showed up. You did not ruin anybody's birthday. It was a really great thing. Everybody was happy. You also have to stop trying to be perfect. There's no such thing. And you are learning that your strides for perfection is creating some really uncomfortable situations for you, Miss Rika. Everybody in this life not working that hard. And I'm not telling you to work less hard, because who you are is who you are, my dear. But recognize that you're working that hard because you enjoy working that hard. And if you're working that hard for some form of reciprocity, stop today. I'm talking to myself from this place because I don't know all the time why I show up the way I do. Because if I do just show up because I enjoy showing up, then when people don't show up for me, why do I get upset? And as I sit here and ask myself that question, the answer that just came to my head is I get upset when people don't show up for me. Not because I expected them to show up for me. I get upset when I have to tell other people that people didn't show up for me because I don't like the way people talk about the people that don't show up for me. That's fucking crazy. Wow. I'm a pushover in a lot of situations because, like, for instance, with the nail tech, I don't like that people think that this young lady don't know what she's doing. That hurt my feelings because I really do support her and I stand behind her business. And it's not that she don't know what she's doing. It's that she made some poor decisions. But my brain is telling me that if I tell somebody that she did something that I don't like and I say that I don't like it, that I'm saying I don't like her work and I need to get better with that. Like, it makes me think about my partner. I feel like if I tell him something didn't make sense to me, or that I don't like something, or that I don't want to do something, or I don't want to be involved with something, that he will feel like I'm attacking him, and I'm not. Now I understand the trigger. I can speak to that. I can tell myself, speak up. The worst thing that can happen in life, and I'll leave us with this. If you are a people pleaser like myself, recovering, We recovering, first of all. Let's put recovering in front of it because we recovering. We unlearning this shit. You see me. I'm pulling this shit out of my spirit. I'm leaving it out of me. I'm getting it out of me. I'm unpacking. I'm unlearning. As I unpack and unlearn people pleasing, I am going to start saying to myself, the worst that could happen in your life if you speak up for yourself to this person is that they will leave your life. And there was a time in your life where that person wasn't in your life. You will be okay. Don't be afraid of losing a friendship, a relationship, even being close to a family member, if it means defying yourself and not speaking up for yourself. So when I think about motherhood, I think about somebody here to speak up for you. And I spent most of this video crying because I feel like while I have been a person that speaks up for a lot of people, I don't think I am doing enough speaking up for myself. And it's making me feel less than. And I want to not feel less than. And so to help myself not feel less than, I am going to start speaking up, holding boundaries, and giving myself more grace. I give the world a lot of grace, and then I beat down on myself internally. And that is the reason why I'm so quick to say, it's okay, it's all right. Because in my brain, I have decided that maybe I did something wrong, or maybe you didn't understand. I find 5 million reasons not to make another person be at fault. I don't want to do that no more. When people upset me, hurt me, disappoint me, I want to get comfortable with saying I am disappointed and letting that be that statement. Now, I'm disappointed, but I understand. I'm disappointed, but it's okay. None of that. I'm disappointed. Period. And if you are a recovering people pleaser, learn how to be comfortable with making other people uncomfortable. Because they make us uncomfortable all the fucking time. No more. I have no desire, honestly, to be a biological mother. However, I appreciate the motherhood roles that I play and the assisting roles in which I play in the lives of the children that I help. And I think being able to cry today and express that it still hurts me to not have experienced that version of motherhood, it's freed me. It's freed me in a way that I don't think I'm going to ever cry that hard about not being a mother again. But I needed that. And I needed to not cry alone. And so if you're watching this, thank you for crying with me or sitting with me while I cry. I love y'all, and I hope y'all have a great week and weekend. See you next week.